Attention, Saints fans. A trade proposal as absurd as it is intriguing has shaken the NFL's behind the scenes, and it involves a huge name at the most important position in the game. What if, instead of waiting for the growth of an inexperienced rookie or accepting a transition season, the New Orleans Saints decided to put a four-time Pro Bowler under center? The price? A local idol and defensive leader. The question remains, is it worth the risk? Welcome. Show your support for the Saints by reaching 100 likes on today's video. The proposal came from Brent Sobleski of Bleacher Report and raises a bold idea. The New Orleans Saints would receive quarterback Kirk Cousins, currently with the Atlanta Falcons, in a three-team trade that would also involve Tyrann Mathieu going to the Buffalo Bills and tight end Dawson Knox heading to the Falcons. A move that, on paper, seems unlikely, but touches on sensitive points of the franchise's current situation. The scenario is simple. Derek Carr has retired, and the Saints enter the 2025 season with one of the worst quarterback situations in the league. The team projects to start the year with rookie Tyler Shough, a second-round pick, who has been evaluated as the fourth or fifth best quarterback in a weak class. Spencer Rattler, a 2024 fifth-rounder, is also on the roster, but has shown absolutely nothing so far. The result? A team with a veteran roster and a QB that no one trusts. And that's where Kirk Cousins comes in. 36 years old, a four-time Pro Bowler, currently benched in Atlanta after losing his spot to rookie Michael Penix Jr. Cousins is healthy, has a track record of consistent production, and has shown he can lead efficient offenses, even if he has never taken a team far in the playoffs. However, he carries a brutal contract. 4 years, $180 million through 2027, with $45 million in dead cap if cut in 2026. A figure that, even for the cap wizards in New Orleans, is hard to absorb without sacrifices. And the proposed sacrifice is significant. Tyrann Mathieu, a three-time Pro Bowler, spiritual leader of the defense, and local idol, born and raised in New Orleans. Mathieu still delivers high-level football, despite being 33, and is an essential piece in a defensive unit that has been trying to maintain its identity amid coaching changes. Sending him to Buffalo, where he would help a rebuilding defense after Micah Hyde's departure, would be an emotional blow for Saints fans. But back to the central point. Would Kirk Cousins be enough to change the course of the Saints season? It depends. In his best version, protecting the ball well, executing play action efficiently, and distributing short passes accurately, Cousins could indeed lead the Saints to the playoffs, especially in an NFC South that remains without a clear contender. The defense still has talent. The offense features Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Alvin Kamara, and promising pieces on the O-line. What was missing was precisely a functional quarterback. Cousins, even in decline, is still better than half of the starters in the league today. The problem is that this trade would have made sense in 2023, not in 2025. The Saints have missed their title window with an aging roster and should now, at least in theory, rebuild. Trading a leader like Mathieu for an expensive veteran QB with a hefty contract would be rowing in the opposite direction. Instead of looking to the future and giving reps to Shough, the team would be trying to squeeze 9 or 10 wins out of a quarterback who is not part of the long-term plan, all while risking compromising the salary cap for the next 2 seasons. Moreover, Sobleski himself acknowledges that this trade is more of a thought exercise than a real rumor. The Saints would have to adjust the cap considerably, involve other players to balance the numbers, and of course assume that this season is worth more than developing a new quarterback. In my view, bringing in Kirk Cousins now would be a clear misdirection. He can still play, but his presence would make little sense on a roster that largely needs to be rejuvenated. The time is to see if Tyler Shough or Spencer Rattler can be more than backups, and if they can't, face 2025 as a transition year and seek a true franchise QB in 2026 in a draft that promises to be stronger. And you, Saints fan, would you be willing to give up Tyrann Mathieu to see Cousins leading the offense this year? Or do you believe this is the time to think about the future, even if it costs victories now? Leave your opinion in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more sharp and direct analyses about everything that affects the present and future of the New Orleans Saints. Until next time,